Hey, this is Dr. Linda Davis, and this is where we left off with the revenue graph as we were getting it prepared for a PowerPoint slide. The next step is we want to put regression analysis on this. It's easy. Excel does the work. You just have to know what to click on and how to interpret what it did. So one thing I did notice I forgot to include on the last video was just little tick marks to go up and down the y-axis. So let me go ahead and put those in. So let me just double click on y-axis stuff, and we'll go down on the right panel where it says format axis, go down to where it says tick marks and expand that particular item, and we'll just do major type and change it to the inside like we did the other ones. So it just makes it easier to read your final answer when that does pop up. All right, so I've got those on there, and then what I'm going to do is do the trend line. I'm going to activate the trend line. I'm going to tell it how many years forward I want it to forecast to. I'm going to make a determination if it should be linear or polynomial kind of trend line. If your data is pretty straight, linear might work just fine. This has a bit of a curve in it, so if it has a little bit of a curve in the data, we might want to consider a polynomial style trend line, and I'll show you both and you can make your determination. So how do you start a trend line? Well, you go on any particular data point, doesn't matter. Right click on it, you get a little menu that pops up, and add trend line is what you pick. So click on that, panel will come up on the right side, and we can kind of go through and pick and choose what we want to adjust. And it's called format trend line, obviously, up there. So if we do the linear one, which is not too bad, it draws a dotted line through there, and it's doing the best fit line through all the data points. So it's not a connect the dot kind of exercise. It's looking for the best fit line between all those data points. So we have linear, it defaults to that. If we did polynomial, I'll just show you. It might obviously go closer into all the data points, and you might want to consider that on this one. And either way, you can forecast. And sometimes, you get a company that's very linear looking, and some companies have a little more of a curve into it. So either way, on this one, just our first run through. Now, I would go now next to the forecast area. And if you do this one, linear or polynomial, I'm okay either way with it. Forecast area is the next part we go to. We want to forecast forward. We're going forward in years. Okay, and that's why I had you extend your years out to 2022. So I just want to go out 2 more years. So all you got to do is put a 2 in there to go out 2 more periods. In this case, our periods are years. And we want to go through and let it do its work on that. And it draws the line for you. I just got to exit out of that and click back, and you can see what it does. Now, that's why I had my years going out further. So I want it to stop in 2021. And so it does the dotted line through there. Okay. Now, this is not the actual trend line I'm going to use in the PowerPoint. I'm actually going to redraw it in PowerPoint and mimic it like it looks here. So I'll keep this one so I can refer back to it to mimic it as it looks in PowerPoint, or as I want it to look in PowerPoint. And so if you even want to have another sheet here, you can launch another sheet, ask for a new sheet, and we can just call this revenue graph with trend line. Hit enter to lock that in. And all we'll do is just copy this one over and go, Control C is what I did. Go back to revenue graph with trend line spot, which I don't have anything in there till I get this pasted in, and then Control V to paste it in there. Let me expand it a little bit size-wise and fill my screen a little better. And then at this point, we would keep this one if we want to, and just this one we can just take off the trend line, just deletes out, easy. So you've got one without the trend line and one with the trend line now. Okay, and then this is the one in D2L that you want to upload with when it asks for the regression line. So at this point, I think that pretty much takes care of it. It's not hard, and I hope this video helped you. And one other thing I want to show you on this one is the importance of the regression line, because it's forecasting out forward to 2021 for you. And you say, well, yeah, but what's the value at 2021? What's the revenue at 2021? So in year 2021, if we go up here at the end, where we told it to project out 2 extra years, and then we follow that ending, we follow it all the way back to the y-axis, you're going to see that it comes close to 140, anywhere between 100 and 35 and 140 billion, right in there. So that's the forecast for what the revenue should be for 2021. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that the significance of following that trend line all the way back to the y-axis. All right, thanks for your time.